less than 45 minutes to Dragon Show, illuminated show on the Vistula River. But where am I? I'm just in the Cloth Hall, still in the main market square. But you see the full emptiness of the top cafe of Kraków Noworolski. All Krakow is going direction the Vistula River to see the illuminated show at the 10 p.m. That's why one moment I'm walking too. But on the way I shared as the guide, city guide of Kraków, some facts around the Kraków. You see the Royal Way on the way. You could feel like a queen or king preceding the Wawel Royal Castle. And exactly there would be the grand show, you know, on the floating boats, we say, or just the barges. That is the big balloons of dragons. The theater Grotesca prepared. Hey, Wendy, big thanks for joining. Please share information about your friends. Appreciate any kind you know, debts of the gratitude. So-called, you know, the supporting of channel is essential. I am today after 9 hours work with groups. That's why I giving extra power instead of relaxing of groups. Said, just shut up, Thomas, and finished. I do live streaming. I extra came to you to show the illuminated Kraków. My family also said, it's the crazy, it's the cold. Look at this. I'm just 1, 2, 3. I've got the jacket, pullover, and the t-shirt. The morning was the temperature in Krakow about plus 8 degrees Celsius. There's the crazy. In June we've got the temperature like April. That's why let's go, because I know that some people, they cannot watch only passive picture around the Kraków. But at first, look at this impression of the people all walking to Dragon's Parade. Look at this, thousands of people walking there on the Vistula River. Today, the whole Kraków market square today would be empty. That is the such prediction. Hello, Gebib Pharmacy. How are you, my friend? All welcome, my Asian friends. You know, there's just big things. We say tamsak for my Thai friends. Okay, let's go. Lapagan channel, especially big greetings to them, and hey goers, of course. Let's go. That's, as you see on the way, I think the people waving because I know recognize that's the live, always with Tom Guide Krakow. Thank you for supporting. You see beautiful honey color cloth halls, the oldest shopping mall of Europe. Ground floor was for camels, horses, elephants, and first floor for the exchange chamber for the cloth makers. You know, there's Santi Gucci did the, for instance, upper part in Renaissance style. Simple to say, Italians took Renaissance to Kraków, the Germans the Gothic style. We see the St. Mary Basilica behind. And now look at this, there's still crowded restaurants, of course. You see the still fire is as the warming up, the people enjoying Polish cuisine. The best in the world is the Polish cuisine, especially dumplings, for instance, pierogi. And or the traditional soup of Kraków is the, porcini mushroom soup in the bread. Bread, it looks like a flower pot. And here the most expensive restaurant, we say, oldest in Kraków, Wierzynek. Royal history. Casimir the Great invited German emperor, king of Greece, of Cyprus. The supper lasted several days and nights. Even coats, the dogs and horses could drink the beer soaked in oats. And you know, as my joke, the consumption of beer in Krakow was the huge, average 5-liter beer per day, but the pregnant wives shouldn't drink more than 3-liter beer per day. Look at this, we all streaming direction Vistula River. Please stay to the end of life. Don't escape, I know that is any football, European football. Someone that said, Thomas, instead of watching you, we got the football events, but you know, you could watch the football and watch also live streaming with Tom Guide Krakow. Hello, Elise. And look at this, behind you see the most magic market square. And of course now we're walking direction Vistula River, the main river of Poland. Look at this, the always magic cabs. There is any royal family. No, we don't have the royal kingdom. Kingdom finished in 18th century, that is just everything finished. The last coronation on the Wawel was 1734, that's why beginning of 18th century the coronations on the Wawel finished. Krakow is the royal capital city of Kraków. Hello Mateusz, big thanks for joining. You know, there's always explained for Polish, my good friends from Sylwiakiej, Podróże, that I do in English, my Krakow accent English, because the YouTube generating the subtitles in English, and is the easier than to operate is this English version. And as you know, I got the almost 99% of 100% now groups English or German. That's why there's such my customers, tourists are mainly English speaking. But look at this, how big crowd of people. Krakow now is the second biggest city in Poland. 1,400,000 citizens, Krakowians so-called, 150,000 students every year, and the 40,000 pigeons. Now at night we don't see pigeons, and you see again the royal family. Oh, just again there's everything they go good marked. Okay, and we're going on. It's always the little dangerous place because the trams without traffic lights getting through. Trams always they've got the priority, you know, on the tours during the walking tours. I say always tourists that trams always priority. Now we see the interesting pavilion with the smallest house with the one window that we see the 3 stained glass windows of a Mark Chagall of Kraków. They were not permitted to be in the churches, and that is such big thanks. Yes, the temperature is about now plus 17 degrees, but the wind chill factor is so that I was on the t-shirt during the day. But you see, it's better protect for the especially night show because the temperature dropping to plus. You see Pączek donuts, always Pączek, very popular. Oh, you see here, always my old joke. Look at this in the such fantasy form. You know, my old joke that I told such thing. You know, the Guinness record is the Polish American. He ate 17 donuts in 1 minute, 3 seconds per one donut. It makes like the 5,100 calories a minute. That is the unbroken Guinness record. Then on the right we see instead of numbers the different coat of arms and the house under angels, and in the middle is the demon of sex, August the Strong. He had a lot of mistresses, 16 wives and 365 children, and so many wives, beautiful, but so many mothers-in-law. There's the art. His son didn't follow father, 1 wife and 16 children with the wife. Pope was very happy with him, sent him 16 golden roses to appreciating that son didn't follow father, was the proper Catholic boy. Okay, and Polska over 90% Catholics, as you know, crowded restaurants, milk bar, kebab, shisha kebab or so things like that, and milk bar, that is so popular. Okay, it's getting darkness, but we've got the more and more, I think, viewers. I think you don't jump. It's 18 in the house. Please invite more and more because the big show coming up. If you invite your friends, it's the chance that in about a half hour they see the show. That's why we got the less than 700 steps to Vistula River. In front of us, the oldest church of Kraków, St. Andrew. Since Middle Ever, they're staying the nuns of Poor Clara, and they are not permitted to get out. Only if the Pope President visited youngest nun, 24 years old. And here, what is that? Leaky cauldron of Krakow, like in London, you see the magic cauldron and Harry Potter club. That's you getting downstairs. That's just you could take also tattoo. Okay, and then we see the Jagiellonian University Collegium Juridicum, art historians. That is the old castle town. Castle town, Grodzka. That's why the name Grodzka, Garot. That's the castle town. That was the real old town, 1,000 years old. And then look at this. They're looking at us apostles. Look at my last vlog about the Florkiewicz, and I described the all 12 apostles staying in front of the most magic church, Peter and Paul. They're very impressive. Oh, look at this. That's very popular for weddings. Parents of John Paul II got married here. That's just the JP2 parents in that church, Peter and Paul, Jesuits. We say soldiers of Christ. last fact that I discovered, here on the column staying the one of the soldier of Christ, the Jesuit Piotr Skarga. Very tragic funeral because they buried him in the lethargy. He was alive, he was put to the coffin. There's a such part. The Piotr Skarga, look at this. They're looking at us on the column. Oh, there you see the column? Okay. Oh, that part. But it's the Maria Magdalena Square and the former garrison for the Austrian soldiers, now the Instituto Cervantes. Spanish is very popular. And on the map I show you our way. Look at this. There's the plan of Kraków. We started the main market square. We were going to Wawel. And here at that boulevard we see the dragon illuminated show on the Vistula river. There are floats on the river. And the whole Krakow, we say thousands of people going to the river. And sometimes I don't know, everything spontaneous. I don't know if I getting any space. Because last year I couldn't get to the show because I was on the wrong side of the river. I thought on the other river side is the free space, and it was so full. But last year, if you know, I did the live stream on TikTok. But now I just don't do any TikTok, only YouTube. YouTube is like my favorite channel. Look at this, interesting is the church, like a copy of the first, St. Martini. That is the Evangelic Church. No sculptures because Evangelics they smash the statues out. And that is Augsburg Evangelic Church. All the confession, there's mainly German-speaking Krakowians. And then we see the slowly music getting from the show. I think we are just around the corner Wawel. Please stay connected. Please share that live stream among your friends. If you share among the friends, is the chance that more people could see Tom. I very appreciate. And look at this Wawel appearing. Yes. Okay, I think you got a good quality of music. Oh, you got a sound magic. Magic moment. Okay. Let's go. I think that is just the moment that you see at the feet of former Goldsmith Gate, the east facade of Wawel. Wawel is has been built for 1,000 years, from the Roman style till the current style. This is the patchwork style salad, mixture of styles, but the most important, the corner tower, chicken's leg tower, the young Queen Jadwiga, 12 years old, waiting for her husband. He was about 30 years old, older than she and her. And there's the pavilion, of Danish pavilion, and there you see Wawel. It's always impressive. Wawel, it's mean the kingstone. There's like a limestone. All around was the Vistula river, and surrounded with water. Everywhere you see the churches in Kraków, because Krakow is called the Little Rome. 100 churches. Anywhere you see the churches. That direction is the Jewish quarter Kazimierz, the competitive town to Kraków, Kazimierz over there. And you see also the flags, white and blue. At the feet of Wawel, the white it's mean neutral, blue the Vistula river. That's the flag of Kraków, and we're leaving the old town behind, like a castle town, and we're getting to the wild Vistula river. Look at this emergency. Police is ready to keep the order in the whole Kraków. Just the Straż Miejska. There's the local, we say, city police. Okay, and there's some people going uphill, but it's wrong, because uphill the Wawel is locked. After sunset, Wawel police they lock the Wawel, and that is the completely isolated place. Only a few, we say, professors, priests staying. Thank you for that. And look at this. We're staying on the former animal garden. He was like a royal zoo on that side. In the 500 years ago, you could get the sounds of lions, lions, panthers, also the monkeys. And he was also old vineyards, because the Krakow got the very warm climate. The temperatures was like a tropic climate. There was even lemons, oranges. We've got such proof of the, on the old documentary that Kraków, or you see the magic Wawel of the part. 1,000 years history of Poland in one capsule. We say the national sanctuary. There was the place of king and bishops, but now it's the museum, main museum, and cathedral is the place for different big national events. The funeral place of national heroes, presidents even after air crash in 2010. The presidential couple Kaczynskis were buried there, funeral of them. That's why it's still most important event. Thank you, 20 people in the house. Welcome all. You see the whole Krakow walking, streaming to the Vistula River to the big show. The show is coming up. The show starts about in less than half hour, I suppose, at 10 p.m. Polish time. That's why you could check your time. And you see the magic towers of Wawel, the former prisons. Those are just the towers of Wawel. They were used as the simple prisons. That's why still you see that was, for instance, prison for the nobleman, very high rank, Senat Tower, and the other tower in darkness. We saw got a lot of green area in Kraków. That's why it's not the good view on the Wawel. 30% of the old town doesn't even take the parks. That's why we've got even Planty Park, 200 years old, the oldest park. Altogether in Kraków there are 70 parks and there's a lot of green area. You see the people all around the world that travel to visit the Kraków. We got the people from India, China, especially the Chinese people even, they want to present their own dragons. You see the e-scooters that are very popular, not only Segway. Okay, but let me, at the feet of Wawel is organized the dragon picnic for the families, family picnic. That's why there's the big crowd of people eating something, because you know, food is the most important. The people came especially to enjoy Krakow sausage, for instance, pierogi, dumplings. And you see the families going home, I think, because not for all, you know, screaming children is not easy to stay and wait for such late time, because the 10 p.m. At night is very late for children. That's why I've heard the opinion. But look at this, what I'm going on. I'm going. Okay, just something was reconnecting. Look at this, that is just a geese. That's the tradition. That's not tradition, that was just the finish. There was any guy from, you know, Mazuria. They took the geese, there was jumping on his head and the goose on the head. And that became the TikTok show. That's why such goose, they became the symbol and the children want to buy as the symbol. But everywhere you see the dragons, dragon is the other symbol. Everywhere in Kraków, the symbols of dragon. You see such geese as very transparent. But of course the dragons are the most popular. Souvenirs, oh, they're just the piggy, and they're just the... But I see much more than just the geese than dragons, okay? Look at this, the massive tower. There was the first modern toilets for the royal toilets. There was just such... Let me get to the dragon. A little bit, we're getting out of the crowd. Okay, please inform your friends, because there's everything. I know that is the problem, because especially me, there could be even a moment there even is the signal broken, because there's a lot of people and there's, you know, streaming. There's independent, I've got the unlimited streaming, but look at this, thousands of people that are on the Vistula, and that is hard to even find any. Hundreds of people, and just we waiting for if my signal would be broken, don't worry. I paid and put the short 1 minute. That's why if there anything happened with the breaking connection, please be patient. You've got the live stream, or the live stream is a short. I try to make the short. Look at these balloons, everything, but all waiting for fire out of mouth. Today was the accident, the child falling down from the dragon. Ambulance to the child. Generally is the forbidden, not allowed to staying on the dragon. You see the child climbing up. It's very dangerous. I don't know what happened. That's why if we got again the bloody incidents, that would be not nice. But where are the parents? That's just the matter. Get down! That's just get down! That's just nothing done. That's just interesting. That's just you see the child on the dragon in one moment coming fire out of the mouth of dragon. I hope so. Of the gas is there or installation is out, and there's some troubles. Okay, but we're waiting a little bit for the. Oh, just you got a much better connection on the moment. Okay. You could see how many people getting there. I think Dragon today is the out of service, and we climbing up. That's just I think the best solution is the climb little up. Oh. Okay. Okay, and just we're getting up on that corner. Okay, that's just the. That's just the. Yes, could you get something that's for the because of me you don't see me because it's just only the focusing around the Vistula River, and still we're waiting for the big show. Let me check the. Okay, there was a short time reconnecting, and they started competition between knights to kill dragon, but no one did it. After a few years, they appear very shabby. In the meantime, I tell you about the finishing legend. The one of the Krakow clever shoemaker, they killed the sheep. From the sheep constructed the mock-up made of sheepskin and filled with the sulfur, salt and pepper and gave for the breakfast. It was having duty breakfast, but then got a big stomach sensations. The dragon, they got very thirsty. They came up to Vistula River and drank water for 7 days. Tak, to było, there was just a little problem with the 15 minutes for the fireworks, don't worry. 15 minutes, be patient. In the meantime, I tell you interesting unknown legend about the creation of Kraków. Breaking connection, but don't worry. Look at this, the one dragon is getting, they're getting down, or the shot over there, orange dragon. You see orange dragon? Look like a parrot. And other histories told about white raven cult in the, by the Celts, and there was the cult of the white raven, Kruk. And one of the first ruler, they killed the white raven, and they took the name just Kruk, as this raven. That's why the name Kraków, Kraków as this raven. Now, Krakow is very crowded. We are now second biggest city in Poland, like a Prague. Now 1,400,000 citizens and 150,000 students and 40,000 pigeons every year. That's why it's so crazy. Thank you, Barbara, and please share information about your friends, because the King Krak had the two sons, Krak and Lech, and the young son killed his older brother. Because there was the trouble with dragons. Still, the ferocious dragon did the trouble for Krakowians. And there is the killing of this brother was anywhere here. Any farmer saw that incident and denounced that the killing of the brother. And young son, Krak, had to leave Kraków, that had to die anywhere in the just. Okay, dziękuję. Nie ma problemu, dzięki wielkie. That's just that to jest kanał YouTube tomguidekrakow, także polecam, bo to jest krakowski, to jest just just channel, YouTube channel. Perfect. That's just very good. Yes, but in English they use because they just also just okay. It's just the show is coming up. Please share information. The show is going.
Pewnego dnia w zakoju rzeki zbierał pokrzywy na zupę. Spostrzegł w skale wejście do jamy. Z pewną taką towarzystwem. Aha, nie, przyjaciół. Mijały dni i lata. Na skalę, w której mieszkał, powstawał klub Kraków. Smok przyglądał się z ukrycia, jak ludzie budowali swoje drewniane chaty. Ale kiedyś, gdy nur Wisły porwał młodzieńca, rzucił się na pomoc, wyłowił nieszczęśnika na brzeg i gdy chciał się przedstawić, ten uciekł w przerażeniu. Nie bój się, zaryczał, a z pyska poszedł mu w ogień. Sam się tego przestraszył i drżąc jak liść, schował się w jamie. Skończyło się rumakowanie, pomyślał. Teraz będę budził strach. Od chwili pod swoją jamą znajdował co pewien czas porzucone piękne dziewczyny czy wypasione owce. Smok wszystkich leczył.
That is the total legend in Polish.
Mówiąc, aby nie była zasłona i puszczał wolno. Był przecież smokiem wegetarianinem. Wizerunek zesłał mu Wincenty Kadłubek, opisując go w plotkarstwie kronice. Smok chciał go za to podać do sądu grodzkiego, ale stracił wiarę w sądy. Potem do kadłubka dołączyli następni Jan Długosz, Marcin Kromer czy Marcin Bielski.
Dzięki Romek,
Każdy
thank you Romek.
pisał źle. Każdy pisał inaczej. O mnie beze mnie. Dlaczego nie zapytali? Prawdę by poznali. Zastanawiał się
I'm
smok,
sitting in darkness under a tree and I've got a 1 square meter. I cannot move. There's so many people around me, but very friendly. At the moment, the Ukrainian lady gave the bonbon, or they say candy. It was very friendly because they see that I'm talking and talking non-stop. Very, very friendly atmosphere.
protokole między ludźmi. A ty w zamian za to będziesz musiał całymi dniami stać nieruchomo i na życzenie ziące i cierpiał na brak towarzystwa. Ochoczo przystał na te warunki. Nocami jednak zeskakuje z cokołu i zwiedza miasto. Szczególnie lubi zachodzić do teatru Groteska, gdzie obejrzeć można sztuki dla dzieci i dla dorosłych. Rozmawia tam z czerwonym kapturkiem, brzydkim kaczątkiem, kopciuszkiem i ze swoim sobowtórem z porwania Baltazara Gąbki. Wreszcie ma przyjaciół. To oni namówili dyrekcję, by zawsze w czerwcu organizować dla niego smoczy zlot. I tak od 22 lat trwa nowa świecka tradycja. Smok wawelski.
For 22 years, we've organized such dragon picnic, dragon show. That is the special night show organized by Theatre Groteska, the puppetry theatre, puppetry.
Skaczą i fruwają, na paradę zapraszają.
Jumping and flying dragons coming up. Stay connected, please share information about your friends. That is the good live streaming now, no breaking signal. And I think the less than 10 minutes started the first illuminated show and fireworks, of course, and music, because the music and show with the illuminated and with music, big show. All tourists are welcome. We see logo of radio RMF, the most powerful radio station in Kraków,
To
in
nie
Poland.
sukces Teatru Groteska. Ta krakowska instytucja kultury z ponad już 75-letnią tradycją nie ma sobie równych w tworzeniu
Theatre Groteska is the 75 years old. That's just the best children theater. We say puppet theater.
a jednocześnie zachwycają bogatą scenografią, kunsztownymi
We are lucky with the weather because there's no clouds, beautiful sky, no wind. That's why the show is excellent, one of the best weathers. Last year was the big thunderstorm and
Znajdą tam
there was
Państwo
the big delay with the
adaptację
Dragon Parade.
ponadczasowych
But now is the
arcydzieł
excellent
literatury
weather,
światowej.
beautiful blue sky as you see, and
Michaiła Bulhakowa czy
very
Stanisława Lema.
little wind.
Umiejętne połączenie słowa, dźwięku, obrazu, czyli sceny dla dorosłych teatru groteska. Jedną z
Theater Groteska, creating the joining the word, sound, and of course picture. That is the masterpiece. That's why such masterpiece show going on. Please stay connected.
z autorytetami intelektualnymi i artystycznymi, których
In the background you see the Jubilat, one of the oldest department houses in Kraków. At the top is the Sky Bar. You could also watch the show. Maybe next year I take the place in the Sky Bar. That is, I think, is the best idea. The reservation for the Sky Bar for the
Andrzej Dąbrowski, Andrzej Grabowski,
night show.
Andrzej Seweryn, profesor Andrzej Zoll, Daniel Olbrychski. Już 20 czerwca o godzinie 18 naszym kolejnym
Look at this,
gościem
all around me
będzie
people.
Czesław Komasa. Bądźcie z nami także od teatru. To wydarzenie, podczas którego prezentowane są najciekawsze spektakle teatralne sezonu. 17 czerwca zapraszamy na Detektywa Pozytywkę, Palladynę oraz recital Lustra. Oprócz Wielkiej Parady Smoków, Teatr Groteska jest także organizatorem Międzynarodowego Festiwalu Teatru Formy.
Stay connected, friends. Share information about your friends because the show is getting exactly 10 p.m. Polish time. The first fireworks I heard on the left side, but then that is just on that side is coming up.
Festiwalowe prezentacje gromadzą wielotysięczną publiczność, a popularność fragmentów spektakli w internecie sięgnęła wielu milionów odsłon. W trakcie jego trwania widzowie mogą spotkać się z gwiazdami światowych festiwali teatru Wielkiej Parady Smoków, w którym weźmie udział ponad 1000 dzieci animujących własnoręcznie wykonane smoki. Spośród wszystkich niezwykle oryginalnych i pomysłowych stworów jury wybierze najpiękniejszego smoka 22. Wielkiej Parady Smoków Wielki Odlot. W skład jury weszli Marek Balawajter, dyrektor do spraw informacji Radia
The tickets cost 0 zloty. That's just the best part. That's the free tickets.
Marcin Mikos, wicedyrektor Szpitala imienia Józefa Wittla. Dariusz Nowak, rzecznik prasowy.
Oh, hello, Krisha. There's a big thanks for joining. That is the last 10 minutes. The start, the main part.
Welczek, dyrektor Teatru Groteska. Miło nam poinformować, że na 22. Wielką Paradę Smoków zaprasza prezydent miasta Krakowa, profesor Jacek Majchrowski, mecenas parady. Za wielką życzliwość dla Smoków i Teatru Groteska dziękujemy Radzie Miasta Krakowa. Dziękujemy serdecznie Urzędowi Żeglugi Śródlądowej w Krakowie.
Very thankful for President of Krakow, Professor Jacek Majchrowski, and the navigation team on the Vistula River, because they're organizing the navigation team. There's such floating boats,
Przy realizacji
barges.
Parady Smoków za ważną pomoc i zrozumienie dla specyfiki naszych smoczych działań dziękujemy Zarządowi Zlewni w Krakowie. Podziękowania dla pana dyrektora Tadeusza Banduły. Szczególne podziękowania dla armatora pana Wiktora Szewczyka. Podziękowania dla pana Wojciecha Kozaka, dyrektora biura BHP ArcelorMittal Poland S.A. Dziękujemy Miejskiemu Przedsiębiorstwu Komunikacyjnemu S.A. Miejskiemu Przedsiębiorstwu
Is also thankful for the former Lenin Steelworks, but now ArcelorMittal, Laxmi Mittal is the owner of the biggest steelwork and the biggest taxpayer in Kraków, in Nowa Huta. They were the sponsors of such show. There were a lot of sponsors, but the most important.
Magazyn Presto Junior. Czas dzieci. Poland in your pocket. Kraków.pl. KRK+.pl.
The whole greetings of the followers of the group on the Facebook KOCHAMKRAKOW, Love Kraków.
I organizacyjną. Firmom Galeria Krakowska, Art, Wawel S.A., Kino, Balsen Polska, Park Rozrywki Energyland, Znak Emotikon, Gamescape, Centrum Helen Doron Kraków, Kraina Zabaw Dziecięcych ani Kino, Restauracja Sekret Smaku, Wodociągi na Krakowa. Osobne słowa podziękowania dla Komendy Wojewódzkiej Policji, Sztabu Komendy Miejskiej Policji, Sekcji Ruchu Drogowego Komendy Miejskiej Policji, Państwowej Straży Pożarnej w Krakowie, Pogotowia Ratunkowego w Krakowie, Zarządu WOP w Krakowie. W spektaklu wykorzystane zostaną siły i środki jednostki ratowniczej ArcelorMittal Poland, oddział Kraków, pod dowództwem Tadeusza Techmańskiego.
The whole fleet for the navigation is there from ArcelorMittal. Thank you, Andy. That's just excellent. You are the first on my live stream. Excellent. Please, now the less than I think 5 minutes, song minute, and we got the just show. I cannot show you the lot of people here because it's the camera getting only the very bright colors. I think you could get. Can you get the good the quality? We say the sharpness or the contrast. The good. You see the good contrast of the. Sorry, there's a live stream here. Just live stream.
Przepraszam, ja sobie tu przeskoczę.
Marka Balawajdera, Tomasza Żuły, Andrzeja Kosiniaka, Kamysza, Marcina Nikosa, Tomasza Wiołka, Łukasza Stacha i Wojciecha Zaryby. Szanowni Państwo, scena dla dorosłych Teatru Groteska już za chwilę zaprezentuję Państwu znaną w świecie plenerową produkcję teatralną.
Please share information about your friends, about the show. Just come 5 minutes. Then I cannot start again. Just such a simple thing. That's why now the less than. Please wait 3 minutes.
Piotra Plesnera wykonały pracownicy.
I have to stand up. Please share information because the big show starts. Hello, Mr. Smiling. That's just excellent. Just the Dragon Parade. Look at this. That's just the biggest show in Krakow. After 10 p.m.